of inspiring women, a local teenage cellist is sure to amaze. The Kentucky Symphony Orchestra is returning to an industrial warehouse for Czech It Out, an all-Antonin Dvorak program. And joining us now to talk about it is conductor J.R. Cassidy. J.R., it is so good to see you again and talk about this upcoming concert. I know that you've been able during this pandemic to kind of like find a practice space and a performance space in the church downtown, St. Peter and Chains. And
right, St. Peter and Chains, we've done that.
And also,
and the Verse Group Logistics Warehouse.
Right. Now, how's it working out at that logistics warehouse?
Well, it's interesting. We decided that we went through the summer because we were outdoors and we kept going, and then we set our 29th season, and we just figured that if we could follow the protocols and find a venue to do it in, we could continue with our season. And the first thing out of the gate was Halloween, and nothing was open. So I called Paul Verst and I said, "Do you have any warehouse space that we might use?" And sure enough, they moved some things around, within the big warehouse there, 60,000 square foot warehouse, and we were able to get in there and open our season. And then fortunately we were able to go downtown to St. Peter and Chains and follow their rules and the like. And then it came to Dvorak, which is a bigger orchestra, and I thought, where are we going to go? So I called Verts up again, and they said, "Come on down, we'll open it up." So it's kind of an odd setting for an all classical concert, but we have a wonderful young cellist who lives here in Cincinnati. Her name is Miriam K. Smith, and she is a knockout. I'm sorry she's not here to join us this morning, but she is just a prodigy, and she's going to be playing her first Dvorak cello concerto with us and making her KSO debut. But unfortunately in a warehouse, but at the same time, that will be very memorable, and I think it'll actually sound pretty good out there.
Oh, yeah, now we'll talk about the sound pretty good in just a second, but I want to talk a little bit about Miriam. Help our audience to understand what it's like for this 14-year-old to be as good at playing classical music as she is. And I think if I read her bio correctly, that her first solo was when she was only 8 years old.
Right. Well, yeah, she's played with the Cincinnati Symphony and the Louisville Orchestra and some other orchestras across the country. She's very. Her parents were musicians, but she just started at a very early age and was just committed. She wanted to play, classical music and solo repertoire. And so far she'd done some of the smaller concertos of Haydn and Saint-Saëns and some Tchaikovsky, but I said, how about Dvorak? And her eyes lit up, and it was the challenge, and she's taken it on. And let me tell you, I've heard her play it. I just went over to her home and listened to her play, and wow, people will be very stunned to hear this come out of a 14-year-old young lady.
Right, and it's in a warehouse, and I'm sure that you'll do what you can to help the acoustics there. But during this pandemic, we need something like this, right?
Music is very, there's a consoling, there's a healing quality to this wonderful gift that we're given to make and play and hear music. And so we thought that we should not stop that based on, I thought if there's a will, there's a way. And so finding the venue, following the protocols, doing what, the orchestra is all distanced. I mean, it's very difficult for us to hear one another, in this type of setting. But, it's and being so spaced, but, we're able to still get by and make beautiful music. And this gives everybody the opportunity to not only hear it, live if they wish to come out, but if they wish to see it, via or hear it live streamed, because we sell the live stream ticket, which is the same as the in-person ticket, and they can catch it that way.
Yeah, beautiful music is something we sorely need right now. Give us the details on when and where.
It's this Saturday night, March 6th at 7:30 at the Verse Group Logistics Hebron warehouse. Now they have many warehouses. The one off of International Way in Hebron. It's the second exit past the airport if you're going west, and it's right there off of that exit. And and we're going to be there playing beautiful Dvorak, the Symphony Number 7 and the cello concerto.
All right.
Miriam K. Smith. You'll want to remember that name.
All right. Jared Cassidy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.